has made several attempts to rebound, but it's still on track for a second monthly decline. The ruble steadied for a while, however, it's set to continue its downtrend. Since early October, the ruble has depreciated against the US dollar by 1.6%. Oil has been trading in negative territory for a third straight session. On Friday, crude prices opened in the red and dropped by more than 1% at one point. The slide in the energy market pushed the Brent quote down to $37 per barrel, its lowest level since June. Oil is pressured by the overall negative sentiment. Investors fear that other countries will follow France and impose the lockdown, which will significantly reduce oil consumption in the region. Now all eyes are on the OPEC+. Market participants hope that the alliance will decide not to increase the output by 2 million barrels next year in the face of the pandemic and rising oil production in Libya. Otherwise, oil is unlikely to recover without support from the OPEC+. Meanwhile, crude prices edged slightly high in the day trade, reaching the level of $38 per barrel. WTI futures are rapidly extending losses as well. In just a few sessions, WTI sank by 10% from $39 to $35 per barrel. Today, the price has pulled back from a previous low and settled at $36 per barrel. Oil prices largely depend on the balance between supply and demand, so the energy market will stay highly volatile in the near future. Even hopes for the coronavirus vaccine and a stimulus package in the US will not keep oil from further decline. The nearest downward target for oil is found at the level of $35 per barrel. Yesterday, the ruble was falling against the US dollar throughout the entire session. Only later in the day it managed to recover. Yet it looks more like traders were taking profit on long positions on the dollar-ruble pair. Anyway, the ruble rose by almost 0.3%. Today, the ruble is very unlikely to hold at the previous level or move to the upside. The nearest downward target is seen at 80 rubles per dollar. However, the bulls will need more drivers to push the pair higher to the 81 mark. Traders may want to minimize risks and close positions on the ruble ahead of the weekend. Besides, commodity and emerging market currencies are losing ground, thus putting more pressure on the ruble. The upcoming presidential election in the US serves as another bearish factor for the Russian currency. Amid rising uncertainty, the dollar-ruble pair may fluctuate in a wide range between 78 and 80. Some market participants bet on the ruble's depreciation, provided that Joe Biden wins. The Democratic candidate has a high chance of becoming a president. After taking up office, he may adopt a tough stance against Russia. At the same time, there will always be a confrontation with Moscow, no matter who becomes the next US president. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.